Hey guys, welcome to my review of the Samsung Galaxy S10 Lite. Let's begin with the price. The S10 Lite costs 40,000 rupees here in India. At that price, its closest competitor would be the OnePlus 7T. My brother decided to go for the S10 Lite because he owned a OnePlus previously and needed a change. But if you are considering either of these devices, here are some key differences you should know. First up is the display. You will find a smoother display on the 7T because it has a 90Hz refresh rate. But Samsung, as we all know, makes some of the best looking displays in a smartphone. It's a tough choice to make between feel and look. When it comes to the internals, the 7T has a slight edge over the S10 Lite. It is rocking a Snapdragon 855 Plus compared to the 855 on the S10 Lite and also has faster UFS 3.0 storage. Still, I don't think this will impact performance significantly. When it comes to the cameras, it again comes down to personal preference in terms of the lenses available. The 70 has a telephoto along with a regular and wide angle. The S10 Lite on the other hand has a macro lens instead of the telephoto. And of course, with OnePlus you get Oxygen OS, while the S10 Lite comes with One UI. One UI has made Samsung smartphones way better to use, but Oxygen OS still feels a lot cleaner. Here comes the major difference. The S10 Lite has a significantly larger battery capacity at 4500 mAh compared to 3800 on the 7T. Considering the high refresh rate on the 7T, battery life should be much better on the S10 Lite. So those were the key differences. Let's concentrate on the S10 Lite now. Let's begin with the design. It feels great in the hand. The back is made out of what Samsung calls glass stick, which doesn't exactly feel like glass but doesn't feel cheap either. Up front, the S10 Lite has a beautiful, boxy, bezel-less display. I don't know about you guys, but I love a boxy phone with sharp corners, and the S10 Lite is just that. The hole punch could have been smaller, but it isn't distracting at all, and the well-placed clicky buttons just add to the experience. There is no headphone jack, but USB-C earphones are included in the box. The display itself is great. Great colors, great detail, and a good range of brightness, which means outdoor viewing and viewing at night is effortless. Watching movies on this display is an absolute pleasure, especially if you are watching HDR10 plus content, cause this display supports it. One thing I really miss is the pocket mode. The hardware for it is present, but Samsung doesn't provide it. My brother's work profile got deleted twice due to accidental touches. And Samsung's edge lighting doesn't make up for the lack of a traditional notification light. Under the display, you'll find an optical fingerprint sensor unlike the ultrasonic one on the regular S10. It is quick and decently accurate. The S10 Lite performs great as well. Scrolling through UI is smooth and quick with no drop in frames. And thanks to the Snapdragon 855, you can play most games at high settings with good frame rates. When it comes to benchmarks, the 70 scores better, but as I said, I don't think it is significant, at least in the short run. The credit for good performance goes mainly to the improved software. It makes a huge difference. Battery life has been great. It gets through a day of heavy use pretty easily. Even if it fails to make it through the entire day, it supports fast charging, which gets it to 100% in around 1.5 hours, which is decent. As mentioned earlier, the S10 Lite has a regular sensor, a wide angle and a macro. The photos taken on this phone look good, but may not be very true to real life. This is because of the oversaturated look in some of the photos and some weird beauty effects in the front camera. Here are a few samples. Overall, I have been really satisfied with the S10 Lite. It brings a lot to the table at the price it is available at and gives some serious competition to the OnePlus 7T. Samsung has gotten the little things right, like a small pop-up window when you turn on Bluetooth or Wi-Fi, and at the same time could have done better by maybe including stereo speakers and an IP rating. But this will all increase the price, which would defeat the purpose. Remember how I ended my previous OnePlus reviews where I said it doesn't get any better? Well, it just might have. So if you're looking for a phone around 40k rupees, consider the S10 Lite. You might end up buying it. Thank you for watching. Consider subscribing, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.